Hello everyone, hello Ian, hello Baz, thanks everyone for joining on this another stream. We're a bit later this time, but we're on the second account and we're just going to try have some fun races where everyone's in the OP car, the M6, because maybe the time trial says the Lexus is the fastest, because it's a bit faster in time trial because there's no tyre wear. When you go into the race, there's a bit of tyre wear, and the M6 is just really good around fast corners, so it just doesn't wear as much. So let's just see what we can do. Alright, ready to start. Mightn't be too long of a stream, might be long, I'm not sure. So I'm not going to be here tomorrow or Thursday. Yeah, that'd be Group 4 tomorrow. It looks like, I haven't really seen it. I assume it looks like an okay race. Hello Jason, thanks for joining the stream. We're just going to do a few races this in the obviously worst car, the McLaren, because we're probably very close to getting the official event. So now I'll start practicing that and I'll stop doing daily races again, unfortunately. But while we're here, we'll have a bit of fun. Now, if anyone has seen the leaderboards, the McLaren is definitely not the car to use. So it's going to be a challenge to even make any places up in this race, let alone retain them. Oh, and I forgot that the headset needs to be charged, so we might actually have to go quiet for some of this race. We'll try to get that sorted after the next race. Ooh, very difficult this car. Hello Greyrock, hello Richie, thank you for joining. I was just saying I might have to just mute myself midway through this because the headset might die, so I need to put on charge. Can't really do it in the pit stop because it's kind of a quick pit stop, so should get it fixed for the next race. This guy might lose the pack if we're not careful. So I think in the time trial we're about 6/10 down, so let's see if we can make any of that up in the slipstream. Let's go for a move. Decent enough. We might lose the pack, unfortunately, because it's really important here. It's the whole race nearly. You're going to lose if you don't have the pack. Very slow on some of these corners, this car. Its gear changes are very slow as well, so it doesn't help. Oof. It definitely doesn't help. This car is very bad in that corner as well. It's very difficult to find stuff that it's good at on this track, but probably this fifth gear. Okay, I can do this. I can charge it at the same time. That should be fine. Just make this working. Alright. Okay, so the race started, and normally I have a warning on my headset that tells me when it's going to go low. And I mustn't have charged. I shared the headset with my brother, so not sure when things are charged and when they aren't. So like on lap 2, like I could just tell like it was just going to die. But yeah, I couldn't just get the charger though because I was in the race, and the pit stop's too short. So I can charge it while I'm racing now because I have it plugged in. It was a decent race for the first one. I mean, just before the bridge, man, that corner had been really problematic though, because the car doesn't really want to turn at all. So we kind of just need to fix that. And then we had a good chance to do something in that race, but we lost the pack. Sometimes that just happens though. I had a feeling, because it's really difficult to like stay with the pack, like especially if you have to overtake people. Or sometimes people in front of you might lose it. So once you lose it, especially in this car, it's pretty much over. Like this car is like down on like nearly every corner. Even on the long straight after the really big right-hander, that's still slow with this car because you lose like 2/10 straight off the end of the corner. This car just won't turn. The BMW and the RCF like enter that and exit that corner way quicker. So this car, you actually have to wait till the end of the straight for the speed to build up. Which in like other tracks like Spa, where you have your longer straights, where you can use 5th gear just like that one, the corner exit onto the straight is more favourable to my car. But this one isn't, because it's a very long corner and you have to like slow down a bit and make sure you don't understeer on the exit. Which in like Spa, it's a lot easier to not do that, because its preferred corner is a slow one for the McLaren, and the gears you're in and the kind of ratio it's set to is much better for tracks like Spa. Lexus or BMW? Did you say which car you were using earlier? Oh, you're using the McLaren, yeah. No, the McLaren's bad here. The McLaren's bad. The best car is the RCF and the M6. I think the M6 the best. RCF's best for the overall pace, but the RCF doesn't have the tire saving capabilities. The M6 can just like consistently be quicker, lap after lap. I would not be using this car if it wasn't for all the practice I've had this year. What are we on? We're on this account plus the other account. So there's like nearly 600 miles in this account. I have it on MPH, even though my country uses kilometers. I just did that like 10 years ago and I haven't changed since. Yeah, my other account has like nearly 18,000 miles, which is not too bad. 20,000 miles for the season, well, since February would be quite good. What's not good every week, the M6 is an overall good car on any track. It's just really good here. It's the same with, how would I say it, Watkins Glen. Any car, let's say, any track that has a lot of fast corners, that obviously have a long turn, where it requires a lot of corner speed, to maintain a lot of corner speed, you need something like the M6, because it's just really good through fast corners, because it just holds the speed very well. Where it seems like a lot of these cars in the game, even some of the handled cars, a lot of them are better tuned to mid to low speed corners. So when you slow it down, it rotates a lot better. But the M6 actually rotates very good in the fast corners. Like, I think the McLaren probably, in an ideal world, should be just as OP as the M6. But the only problem with it is, even for its poor cornering, its gear changes are horrific, and it's very odd. if they had the balance of performance change, so like acceleration as well as, let's say, gear changes were all pretty much equal, it'd be a lot more enjoyable for a balanced performance, because you'd have everything basically being able to do the same thing, bar just being slightly worse and maintaining speed in some corners, as well as having a little less top speed in others. Third gear, I believe, is the best for the time trial. In the race, it changes. Sometimes, depending on your situation, it can be slightly different. If you have a lot of tire wear, second is probably better. Oh, you're in my lobby? Oh, here you are. Good luck in the race. And Coque Lopez, good luck in the race too. So yeah, typically I've been trying third in the time trial because it just seems to be better. It's more stable in the time trial, but that's because you can get more rotation and you can take it slightly quicker. So second gear still might be the best, because you can slow it down a bit more and cut across, and you just might be able to stay within the lines better. Third gear, especially on the exit, you just get a little bit more understeer. Typically for the entrance, if you stay in third like I've been doing, it's hard to get to the very left of the corner before the bridge to then make a very tight right. I can go down to second and back up to third, but it doesn't seem to be amazing in this car, because I feel like when you slow down too much, then third gear doesn't become that good. I can just maintain the speed in third gear and keep it in third. It's kind of fun, because the gear changes do slow this car down a bit. But I think second gear overall, I would trust second gear more than third. I'm just trying to see if I can get it to work. It's quite difficult. Okay, we might be able to do something in this race, because I think the people in front of us are very quick. Hopefully we can make a gap from behind. Keep in third, try this. See, that time we got an insane exit, because we managed to get, I guess, we kept all the way to the left and we got to turn back and hit the right part of the curve. But it's very tyre specific as well, because if you don't hit the tyre wear, it mightn't work. So you'll just be fighting the car, as well as you mightn't get the grip, and you might make your tyres worse. This is a very difficult corner as well, because the car doesn't turn here. Turned very well that time, but we overcompensated a little bit. I really need to hug that inside, it's very important, because it just is so unforgiving on the exit. We'll catch back up. There's a little bump there that completely destroys any momentum with this car. Maybe with the other cars as well, but particularly this understeery car. We're at risk of getting gapped here. Tighten that corner. Oh, no. I think that's a penalty. Okay, that was like the closest thing I've ever seen to a penalty. Let's go, we survived. Because that was the race over right there, if we got that wrong. Okay, we got that one right again. we're purple. I assume everyone else is purple, but it's nice to see. Okay, not taking that well. We need to get to the other side of the curve and not on top of it. Okay, that's better. I want to get all the way over to this wall, because we really can't afford to lose any speed. Now this is where our car is going to thrive around here. For some reason this sector always seems to bring a bit of lag. Maybe it's just coincidence, but I'm not sure. I have to take a bit slower because my car doesn't rotate very well at fast corners. Alright, so we're managing this well. Just can't make any mistakes. Oh, we have the fast slab, let's go. Don't get a penalty, thank God. I need to make sure I judge the slipstream because I don't want to make any mistakes. Every car, especially the McLaren, becomes infinitely better in the slipstream. Oh, late cutback seems to be the method, but then there's a little bit of a bump there. If you go too wide, that completely ruins the momentum. It's very tricky to spot it though. We're on the chopping block again. The worst corner. Can really catch this Portuguese driver. He needs to not fall off the path. Unfortunately, our car is not quick enough to assist him. Well, just keep trying. Oh, that was way too slow. I believe he might have lost the slipstream. Oh. I need to start referring to myself for losing the slipstream. We might lose it too if we're not careful. Sliding from the front, nothing wrong with that. Fortunately, late apexing this car is the only really way to do it because you need to make sure you get as much speed at the exit. Hit this lap surely. Our Lexus friend needs to get a move on. I'll let her graze. Okay, I think we've lost the slipstream, so we kind of need to hope that Damien and Mohammed battle a bit more. I think we've just made a collection of mistakes, unfortunately. With a few less mistakes, I think we should have got ahead. Or not ahead, but we might have been able to help the Portuguese driver. Koke is out in second. Interesting. Don't know how he's got so far in front. If he hasn't pitted on, maybe he hasn't pitted, I'm not sure. Okay, come on, we need this McLaren power now. Oh my god. That's the race over. I couldn't judge the corner, I just got in the way of that car. So annoying. We can't do anything. The car has no pace and we can't out-drag them anyway. Just gonna have to pray for a mistake. We're getting better this corner at least. Not losing an awful lot. Okay. Decent enough exit. Still a bit rusty. We need another race to get this right. It's pretty decent lap for no slip though. He's barely lost anything, surprisingly. Let's do that a little bit faster. Just annoying we're getting the corners right now that it doesn't really matter. Another decent corner. At least we're kind of making this car look good. It's basically impossible in any car to catch when the opposition's in the slipstream. Use that grass from time to time. Hello Wind, thank you very much for joining. I just made a mistake in this race and lost the slipstream. This car is still competitive if you can just get really good at it. But you just have to be in a slipstream to compete. I didn't check what car Coke is in. Bit slow there, but tires are wearing. He gains so much time on that corner, but then loses it maybe a bit on the exit. Just referring to Koke's times. Holy rotate, oh my god. Alright, at least we're getting the exit though. The exit's pretty smooth for this car. A little bit too much rotation from that strip of grass. Nice, we didn't hit that bump. Might have just clipped the grass there on the corner entrance, but it's fine. That corner is really hard to nail. We need to exit that a little bit quicker. That rotation. Sometimes if you get on the power a little bit early, you just get that little bit extra rotation. Okay, yet again this car is terrible on the entrance. As you can see from Coco sectors, but it seems to be okay on the exit. A little bit slow that time. Didn't get quite as close to the wall. Tighter line this time. Must be batting a little bit ahead because they haven't really been gaining an awful lot of time on me. A little bit of understeer. Maybe that bump's the one that we don't want. Too much understeer, and without slipstream it's a pretty decent attempt. Okay, he was in M6, that's fair enough. He did pretty good pace. Qualities of each car are so different. I mean, 650S you really have to be very slow on your entrance because it just doesn't do corners fast. You really got to slow it down and compromise so you can get that exit. So that really long right-hander like the RCF and the M6 just go like so quick around it, especially in the entrance where you got to keep it really wide and wait and hit that apex or apex it really late. You had a shocker? I mean, you're in the McLaren, like, and it's like the top split, I think, at the moment. Top split lobbies, I think it is. Let me check. Yeah, should be in here, I think. Maybe I was wrong. I think it's top split. But yeah, you're in the McLaren though. The McLaren is bad. The only reason I'm using it is because, I guess, it just helps me keep my skills until the World Series is over. I'll use it in every event that I can somewhat compete in. We lost, we don't take those. Doesn't matter what car we're in, we should be aiming for the win. We gotta win. I want to get a win in this car though. If I could get a win in this car, it'd be great. Because this car, like, there's only... It's just so, like, bad everywhere but the last, when you come off the long right-hander. It's the only place, but even though it's such a bad setup because you have to get on the power so much later and the gear changes are horrific then as well, so you have to really like get it perfect just to be able to catch those two cars. And even if, like, say it's a Mercedes, or not even Mercedes, a Lexus and a BMW, like if they're slipstreaming and you're slipstreaming with them, odds are you're not even going to get an attempt on that the corner after the long right-hander. Because their acceleration is great as well. You're just gonna have to do a serious send, and I'm not trying to do any push to pass here. But I am enjoying this though because the quality of drivers is really good. and it just makes it really difficult, which is what I want for this car. We only managed a 206.5. I think we can get a 206.4, potentially a 206.3, but it has to be nailed. And the only problem with this track is it's kind of a bit of a dose for time trialing, especially before the bridge. That corner with all the bumps kind of turns it into a bit of an RNG attempt, especially for the McLaren. I don't know about the BMW or the RCF, but as soon as you hit one of the bumps, or even a few of them together, it just sends you straight into the barrier, and you kind of have to like take that risk every time, or else it's going to be a bad lap. Any other 650? I think Mehdi did one yesterday morning. I'm sure he can improve that. Yeah, I don't know if this has ever been on the rotation. I'm not sure if it's ever been used for the Group 3 anyways. Maybe it's been used for other, maybe this whole, I guess, location, maybe not this variant has been used for other events, but it doesn't get used enough. Maybe it's because of the bump, but I highly doubt it. It is weird, I just feel like they don't use French tracks. There's like one French track they use, it's like Le Mans. But they have like Alsace and they don't use that either. It's just, I don't know, some issue with these tracks or something. $11 people in, including me. Thanks everyone for joining and supporting the channel. Anyone watching is a big success for me, as I'm only really streaming for fun at the moment. I'm not trying to push my channel out yet or anything too seriously. Maybe not till like the start of next year when my calendar is a bit more free. Tidgeny for these tracks before the new ones. Yeah, second time ever apparently. The first time since 2022. Okay. So yeah, this has barely been used. But I don't know why we have to ask for this stuff. I feel like you should just have a list of all the tracks and just have it on. Let's see, you could have like a set of conditions and stuff. You could just like, there's people there to be building like tracks and events to be used in situations like this, where you should have like one like scenario, or at least one or two for at least each location. Maybe not even the variant, not every variant, but if you put them all into a playlist and just shuffle it, just have it on shuffle mode, and do that for a year or even 6 months, and then like while they're shuffling and whatever, people are driving them away. And this can be especially just for Daily C. Just make a Daily C shuffle, and then when like 6 months pass, like have like a load of new ones to put into shuffle. Just have a load of stuff that like you've never seen before, because when you have Deep Forest every week or every few weeks, like last week, like, I mean, I'll do them because like I want to practice, but no one else will. And even Deep Forest is coming up on Saturday, so I'm gonna have to do that. But I'm not gonna be here tomorrow or Thursday. Maybe not. I don't think I'll be here Thursday. I'm going to a football match or soccer match in London. I'm going to see Arsenal against Bayern Munich. Big Arsenal fan, so it's my second game. I'll be going to my second game this year. Good year to be an Arsenal fan at the moment, so I'll try to get over to as many games as I can, and at least get one or two breaks from all the racing, because it seems to be what I'm only doing at the moment outside of work. So yeah, having these new, not new tracks, but new variants for daily races. Never seen this one. Maybe I've seen this event before, maybe used once, but it's just great because it just brings people back, and just the little things that will bring a lot of people back and make them appreciate the game a lot. No, not Dublin this time, Richie. I'll be going for my local airport in Shannon. Yeah, okay. You're in work Wednesday, Thursday. The funny thing is, Oh, it's died off. Oh, it is died off. We might get a chance. We might even have to stop streaming after this race. But we'll see. Because it seems like whenever I go to Dublin Airport, I feel like you're not there, Richie, for whatever reason. Maybe you're just always off the days I decide to go up there. Thank you, Richie. Only criticism I'd have for this race is it's just only one tire. They're like mediums and softs, or even like softs and hards. That'd be good. Yeah, fair enough, Richie. I'll have to tell you in advance, because then you'll just book a load of days off. Especially the days off that you're supposed to be working, and just switch your the days you're working for the ones you aren't, and then you might catch me. Alright, let's start. We have a greater chance this time because Portuguese, as long as he's in first, won't have any slipstream. I'm gonna have to catch him though. Another great attempt on that corner. Pretty bad start so far. Just struggled. Fine, as long as we don't hit the wall, because we'll catch him a little bit here. FJR Kevin, thank you very much for joining. Richie sent a link in there. Everyone who's interested, go look at it. I think I just said everyone who's interested. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my god, I can't catch this guy. We need a miracle. And we got it. We got one. Thank you very much. We nearly did ourselves though. Wow, the audacity to ask me to work with him. I will though. He hasn't done that very well. Neither have we. Stupid understeer. Yeah, it seems pretty quick. Only problem we had just one incident, both me and him were just making too many mistakes and we lost the pack 2 times ago, I think. Oh, did well to avoid that. I think we were going to go straight in. I can't really take his line though, so we need to be careful. This is where we become good. Let's see, we might only be able to be good in a 1v1 because if he's in the slipstream of BMW, we're never catching him on that straight. Bro, holy lag. Bro, the whole server is dying, what the hell? Which like happens every time in the sector as well. It's like this sector, that last final sector's disease, it always starts as soon as you get off the very long straight, as I call it. Ooh, that was pretty decent. It's gonna have to be perfect though to keep up because this car will struggle in some parts. Like it's pretty decent in this corner. Then the third gear though, when you shift to third, it slows it down a bit, unfortunately. Don't want to be on that grass really. Okay, it's a bit better. See, when you get quite close, it's a lot easier to be quick. Oh, we have to lift it a bit there. So even with a way wider line, you still struggle to even make the corner. We'll bump in. Nice, we're actually doing this corner well. I wonder what lap he'll pit at, because if he can juke me, it might work well for him, because he's just going to be faster. Alright, he's played it safe enough. A bit of grass, that's good for us. Oh, the lag again? Okay, we're a bit slow that time, we have to go back to second. Oh, he's not happy. We're taking that corner much better. So McLaren's actually decent enough if you just don't hit the wall. Okay, we're just gonna have to play that safe. See, the amount of time they give up is really annoying. I know we didn't do that amazing, but still though, it's so much easier for him. bump again. Did well to maneuver it though. Thank you. In my opinion, I'd say it's in his best interest to not tell you when he's going in, but I do respect the sportsmanship. So I do believe if he pits, I guess, a different time to me, he's just going to gut me, especially if he pits early. Maybe his tires mightn't last that well, but I think it would suit him. Cold tires, you're gonna have to remember that. These guys ahead are soon have to pit. If you can get more of that, it'll be good. A little bit of a late push, but it's manoeuvred the corner. And don't hit the wall. This will work in his favour though. He will have a little bit of a slipstream, even though we still should be faster, but it's fine. Going too wide may make it difficult. I think they're going to go into the pits, so I don't see any point of overtaking yet. I don't think it helps us. He's just going to go and overtake us on the last lap with ease, unless we somehow do something right at the corner. Although we're putting on a bit of pressure now, I like it. We have to go back down to second for the insurance. I'm not trying to ruin our race by understeering third. He's going to get deep. This is good racing though. A little bit deep again. Maybe could have went a little bit earlier, but I guess we're prioritising a little bit of safety there. Having to be very cautious there because I just can't exactly tell where the curb is. A little bit difficult. I don't want to go straight into the back of them. Make sure we don't go off on that curb. Okay, this is the troubling part when we're a little bit further away, just trying to hold on. Doing okay, I think. very wide line into that corner. We'll take a wide line here and get a really good exit. It's good from us. I'll take that. Nice rotation. Makes a lot of difference in the timing wise. Like you can see it's purple there because we're just not making any contact with him either. Didn't tag the ball, thank God. That's a bit of a better exit. This would be ideal if it was the final lap. Well, maybe not, because we kind of want to catch him around here. Because then it kind of puts us in a situation to which side we should go. I'm not against that inside line. If we just manage the rotation, it's actually not too bad. That's something this car doesn't have. Don't hit the wall. Bit of lag. Can't exactly see where his car is going to be. I'll take that. It's an okay lap. I'd like to see how his tyres will hang on. I'm not sure how good my tyres really are. I need to go back and check maybe after this race. Okay, we're hitting some nice sectors here. Bumped him in places that we've never really bumped him before. Surprisingly. Now I hope we didn't cause that insanely wide line. Yeah, we'll have to try that, Jason. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, I had to lift there because I think we were going to go into the inside wall. Stick with him, and now we just gotta get close in the final lap. And not drift too far away. Oof. He may have braked a little bit late, or else he might have been a little bit early. It's probably a combination of both of those things. Doing a little bit of weaving. Not happy about something. Not a good line from him. He's keeping us in the game. Oh my god. Nice line from us. Don't know what we're going to do here though, because he can do anything to defend this. We've used the wall to his advantage. I'd say we're at a good gap here. Nice. I'm not confident on defending this though. Alright, we take those. We will take those. Let's go. We take that. We take that. We take that. That first gear though came in handy. That was so worth it. That first gear, just I guess slowing it down a little bit to the end of the straight. Normally you take that in second, but if you can just really slow it down, use it first, it works really well in the rotation. That was a good race though. He did well in the RCF though, because at points I thought he was going to get away from me. I don't know what a fast time is here. I don't think that's a fast time, especially since it was the McLaren I got to win the race. That was so funny. Such a funny emote. Let's use the, as I call it, the Richie button, because he showed me this button, because I didn't know you could do this on a wheel. That's such a funny emote. That's hilarious. I mean, I guess you can use many cars here. You can use the 650S, you can use a good few cars, but it's just really difficult keeping a lot of the slower cars up to pace in the slipstream. Like in some ways this is what makes weak, or I guess custom slipstream good, but it also kind of makes it bad because, you know, you have cars of mine that maybe shouldn't be competing that can compete. But then again, if we just had real, then this car would never be able to compete, like in any way. But I'd say prefer a real slipstream, because it just makes the racing better, even if the balance performance wouldn't be that great. I think that was the problem before. People used to complain so much about the balance performance because it would be like a one make, because obviously if you can't have a crazy high slipstream that keeps cars in the game, then you're just going to not be able to use any car but the M6. Oh no, I did not mean to say almost. Moomin, thank you very much for joining. Thanks for the support. Yeah, I saw the lag shenanigans. I was like, what the hell, I'm gonna kill this guy because I'm just gonna merge in front of him or something like that. And I guess track him out somehow. You're just not on the pace. I mean, I'll say it again. I mean, the McLaren, I wouldn't be using it if it wasn't for the slipstream and the fact I'm in the GTWS final with this car. So there's no reason to be using this car. But I'm just thinking. This is high speed for Spa. You can see the BOP, so it says BOP applied H. I assume that means high speed. and then you have like race C, which has M for like mid speed, which I thought this race C with all its straights would be more of a high speed track. That's probably why I'd say if you've a Group 3 race with a H for high speed bop, that's probably why the McLaren is so good. I think it's better at high speed bop. It just seems like that. Maybe it's just the track as well, but yeah, no, it doesn't seem to be very good at places like St. Croix. I think I'm going to end it there, guys, though, because I think the lobby is kind of dying off a little bit, and I think I have a little bit of things to do tomorrow. But I really appreciate everyone joining, and David Kavanagh as well, thank you very much for joining. You might have been in early, but I just didn't catch you. But yeah, I really appreciate everyone joining. Yeah, I don't know if you had it, if you changed the Group 3, would it still be high speed bop? I don't know. I assume they just do it by tracks. I think if they just changed the Group 4 to Group 3, it'd still be high speed. But yeah. Thanks everyone. I will see hopefully Thursday. Probably Friday though, because Thursday is a little bit of tight one. It may even be Saturday though, because I mightn't stream the time trial. I streamed the time trial last week, so let me just check it here, guys. I know I'm dragging this on, but so it's going to be the Deep Forest on Saturday. So maybe Thursday, Friday we might stream a time trial or do a practice something. But I'll see you guys then. Thanks everyone for joining. I'll see you guys later.